And you see Adam Pearce there. He's showing off those very well-defined arms of his. But if you look at his hands, that guy may have had a lot of great matches over time, but being out in Hollywood, California makes you soft. I don't see any calluses on those hands. He hasn't been training the way he should to go against the stroke. He might be tough as iron, but I believe he is taking us for granted, and that is going to cost him this morning.
Absolutely. And another power lockup. And look at the power of both men now. And wait a minute. Look at the cowardness by Adam Pearce. I cannot believe the yellow down his back that matches our ring ropes.
He gave him a ooh la la.
Usually that phrase makes me sick to my stomach, but I gotta admit, the fan in me is solidly behind it right now. This morning, it is our battle cry, ooh la la.
And now here's the thing that Star has to realize. For as much jaw-jacking as Pearce is doing outside of the ring, he can't take his ball and go home. The title will not change hands on a count-out. And that is one of my biggest fears in this morning's contest.
And the delusional scrap iron, Adam Pearce, claiming that Stro actually pulled his scalp.
Did he pull his hair? Did you see hair pull?
He would have had to bore about 1.5 inches down to Adam Pearce's skull to pull anything to bring him down there.
And I tell you what, that is the biggest falsehood I have seen told this year in Mountain State Wrestling. And look at the impartiality of the bulldozer. What is this nonsense? What is this bias?
What in the blue crap are you talking about, Dozer?
Well, gentlemen, right here, I will put money on this match right now. I will lay my money on the gentleman wearing the Tarzan singlet.
They're both wearing the Tarzan singlet.
That's right, I will not lose.
Well, then I would bet my money on the man wearing the black tights.
Right now, though, scrap iron, right. Adam Pearce putting himself in the upper hand position, going for a forearm chop, misses big. And that is a chop to be heard around the world, all the way back to Hollywood, California.
Absolutely. Let those in NWA Hollywood hear it. Let those in NWA main event hear it. Let those in NWA Virginia hear it. The world is coming to Mountain State Wrestling.
Hey, Jay,
Zero Pro Wrestling in Japan.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. It's weird, but it feels good today.
Oh, he lays the boot in on him. Drops the elbow.
Oh my.
Stiff shot to the abdomen. Measure Stro, shot to the head. Stro firing back though. Adam Pearce answers. Stro answers back. Exchanging blows back and forth. Chops, fist, and the Stro chops Adam Pearce down to the mat. Not once, but twice. And Adam Pearce struggling to get back up to his feet for the third time. Stro brings him back up and hits him with one more for good measure.
Look at the handprints on his chest.
But Adam Pearce, dastardly as they come, thumb to the eye, shot to the side of the face, and he's managed to regain control of this one. He hasn't been the World Heavyweight Champion this long for no good reason. That man knows how to get what he wants in that ring.
He's a ring general.
And not only is he the current champion, but remember, this is his third reign.
Third reign.
So the man knows something about winning this title.
European uppercut. Uppercut. Chop.
Stro has got Adam Pearce on the run now. And the look of disbelief on the face of Adam Pearce says it all.
Headlock takeover, and he's got him grounded.
Absolutely. Stro has completely changed the tempo of this match now as he has Adam Pearce down on the mat.
Well, he's used to controlling the tempo of a match. He is, after all, the Maestro.
Absolutely, we're talking about a 4-time heavyweight champion of Mountain State Wrestling, a 3-time Wrestler of the Year. And it's just indescribable to see the Stro finally get to live this achievement. When I interviewed him back in July at Mount Hope, he said, I want to challenge Adam Pearce. I said to him, you're nuts. I said it will never happen. I was a doubting Thomas. And look now what we see in the ring. Stro Stroh taking it to Adam Pearce.
Did you see that tackle? Take him right down. Adam Pearce trying to regroup, gets out of the ring, get his second win, and be prepared. But this is for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship match. Stroh is on top of his A game.
And you see Scrap Iron Adam Pearce out there, completely thrown off his game. Actually believes that he has the right to call for a timeout so that he may regroup. But here in the Mountain State, we don't take the easy way out.
As a wrestler, I will give you a reason why this is being done. He's slowing the tempo down, bringing it back to his pace, his match, and that is why he is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, Willie Blackheart, as a wrestler, you would have the right to do that. Unfortunately, Adam Pearce is a rap bastard masquerading as a wrestler, and I can't wait to see the Stroh knock his head square off of his body en route to pinning his headless shoulders to the mat and winning that NWA World title.
And Stroh is square in the center of the ring. He is prepared. He is ready for Adam Pearce. He goes out to get him.
And there comes, and look how Adam Pearce comes back in the ring.
Brings him back into the ring. Snapmare.
And Stroh measures him. Kick to the back.
Back of the shoulders.
And Adam Pearce is howling in pain here.
He's begging.
He's back. Oh, and a
That's the knee.
Harley Race style knee drop in honor of a great World Heavyweight Champion.
Adam Pearce makes his way to the ropes. Referee has to call the break. That is the rule.
And he is hugging those ropes for dear life and for a darned good reason. The Stroh is just absolutely taking him to task this morning in a way that I do not believe he is used to. Stroh completely dominating the offense early on this one.
Oh! Right to the midsection. Right to the jaw.
He had something in his hand. Did you see that?
He has something in the trunks.
Oh,
Adam Pearce has
Come on,
something in the
ref.
trunks.
Are you blind, ref? Check him. Look in the tights. Come on.
He's going back to the tights.
oh, wait, another four.
Look in his hand.
Oh, landed right between the
For the
eyes.
love of God, look in his hand, ref.
He's got the boot right in the throat.
And I tell you, I cannot believe this. Andrew Gibson, our senior referee, or referee of the year, is missing what Adam Pearce is doing.
Jonathan Styles is only doing his job. He's making sure Stroh is capable of continuing the match.
I know, but the passion is coming out. I'm trying not to be biased.
This is what happens when you give the Referee of the Year award to one of God's very special people.
Adam Pearce now utilizing the 5 count. You get to the 5 count, you're disqualified. Get to the 4 count, that is your advantage. Oh, later right in on him. He went back into the trunks. He's got it in his hand.
I don't know how well you can see this, but Stroh's eyes are glassing over from our position. It's a little hard to see, but Stroh might be out of this one right now.
And look at the
I don't know.
He's strutting around.
I do not know what Adam Pearce had in his hand, but it was very effective in knocking the Stroh for a loop.
Such as I told you, he's trying to control the tempo. Stroh's coming back now. He's getting that second win.
Well,
He's
Stroh,
his way to the turnbuckle.
Stroh obviously
Chop.
feeding off the support from all of the
Another
fans
chop.
right now.
Oh, goes to the eyes. Thumb to the eyes. A slow man.
10 minutes has elapsed. 35
Shot to the
minutes
solar
remaining.
plexus by Adam Pearce, though.
10 minutes
Stroh
is a
suffered
lot.
too much for too long.
10 minutes into this contest. I mean, this is a long way to go.
35 minutes to go on the road to hell, ladies and gentlemen.
Adam Pearce is beating down the People's Champion. The People's Champion has not given up. He is determined to bring that title to West Virginia and the Mountain State Wrestling.
To say that this contest is going to be hellacious is an understatement. There is so much on the line here. Pearce, 3 times a heavyweight champion, does not want this reign to end tonight, but Stroh will do everything he can to bring that belt home.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Stephen. Look at Pearce again, now using the ropes to his advantage. I am disgusted by this man.
Once again, he's a ring general and knows where he's at. He knows he's got him tied up in the ropes. He's got him in the turnbuckle now.
Adam
Taking
Pearce,
time for posing out.
taking some time to showboat, goes back over to the Maestro, is biting the forehead. If he draws blood here, he's going to obscure the vision of Stroh. I can't believe this.
Oh! Coming back with those chops.
Ooh la la! And Stroh firing away, but once again, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce needed the gut, but Stro answers with a knee of his own and a series of chops, and he is rocking Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce falling on the ropes, answers with a firm kick to the gut, and dumps the Stro to the outside.
I cannot believe this. Please do not let this end this way. Don't let it end by count out. Adam Pearce with that foreign object again.
And you see the children gathered around ringside doing everything they can to encourage their hero, the Maestro of Professional Wrestling, to get back into this one. But Adam Pearce out there just hammering away on Stro in front of his fans. And can you believe this? This despicable little rat bastard takes the time to mouth off to children. Who in the blue crap does that?
Adam Pearce was outside beating him like an ex-wife. Now he drives him back into the ring.
Oh my God. Oh, Willie.
What? It's a truth.
Like we see it, Styles. Adam Pearce
Stro gets the shoulder up.
nearly had it there.
Stro's bound and determined. He's got the heart of a lion. He's not giving up yet.
Adam Pearce, though, grabs the arm, forces him back down to the mat. I don't think he's going to gain a pinfall here, but what he is doing is forcing the Stro to use all of his strength to kick out of this repeated pinfall attempts, and that does take a lot out of a man, doesn't it, Willie?
And look at that stare.
Look at that smirk on Adam Pearce's face. Look at that evil smirk the World Heavyweight Champion has.
Look like the cat.
Measures him.
Drops the elbow right between the eyes.
But Stro, he is feeling none of it, and he has a hold of Adam Pearce, and he has a hold of him good, but Adam Pearce.
Shortcut to the eyes. Oh, football clip to the knee. Football clip to the knee.
And we saw in the last couple of weeks, Stro has taken a lot of damage to that leg. And we said going into this contest for the last couple of weeks, if he absorbs too much punishment to that leg, it will be a weakness. And it looks like Scrap Iron Adam Pearce has definitely done his homework and scouted the Maestro for weaknesses.
He has. That's one thing about being a champion. You watch videotapes, you study the matches, you learn your opponent before you ever get to the arena.
And that is a fantastic toe hold right there. Adam Pearce taking the time to spin it around. And it looks like he's going to do it one more time. Nope. He's going to drop the knee
down on it.
Perfect setup, perfect execution. You see Stro just grasping at Adam Pearce, looking for a way to turn things around.
Gets the shoulder up.
But barely. The Stro's absorbing a lot of punishment very quickly in this one. And this is not what we hoped to see this morning.
Stro is not giving up. He is bound and determined to bring that title right here to West Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Pearce has to battle to keep the title. Stro has to dig deeper to gain the title.
Now, Jay Styles, I know you've got a call a lot of contests here in the Mountain State. You've seen more of the Maestro live than I ever have. You've seen him in this position repeatedly, and you know he's capable of pulling this off. You've seen him do it before, haven't you?
Absolutely, Steve. The man has been injured. The man has been beaten. The man has been attacked. And somehow, some way, the man has pulled out victory after victory.
Cuts him out before he gets back into the ring.
And I gotta tell you, Stro is going to have to dig internally. He's going to have to think about all those great men that have held that title and how he wants to add his name to that lineage.
Adam Pearce goes out after him now. Adam Pearce is in the driver's seat.
Oh! 30 minutes remaining.
Stro has him. He hit him with the popcorn.
I didn't see that. He hit him with a close fist.
He's out there in the concession stands.
And I tell you, and there's a great chop by Stro, one of his signature moves as they spill off.
Adam Pearce
Stro needs to get it back in the
falling
ring.
all over the chairs there in the middle of the
title's back in the ring. Kibashi chops. He hit him with the Kibashi chops.
rapid fire, and Adam Pearce is laying on the floor, looking up at the faces of all the fans he's disrespected. The fans are giving him hell, and rightfully freaking so. But Adam Pearce
coming back after him now.
Forearm shot to the back of the Maestro. Maestro rolls back in the ring. Adam Pearce climbing back on the ring apron. Stro looking up at the ceiling right now. Adam Pearce staying on top of him, going right back to work on that leg.
And look at Pearce just glaring the fans as he continues to work on that semi-injured leg of the Maestros.
Like I say right now, the World Heavyweight Champion, he is in the driver's seat in this match. He has got the tempo of the match. He has got the Stro down. saying that Stro is nothing.
I don't know if you noticed this, but not only was he jumping on that knee, but he had his foot firmly on top of the Maestro's ankle. He's doing every bit of damage that he can. And right now, that ankle that he worked on is squarely over the patella that he's been working on. He's doing double damage, and the Maestro is in a world of pain. You want to talk about double trouble? He's in it right now.
And I tell you what, the master of the figure four, Ric Flair, is getting a pace on. I was booked by Adam Pearce as Adam Pearce uses the ropes for leverage.
Using the ropes to his advantage for the leverage. Pulling in on that weight. Pulling in on that leg. Stretching it on Stro. Keeping the man down. Keeping him grounded.
And you see the ref asking Stro if he's going to give this one up, and that's not going to happen. And Adam Pearce grabbing the ropes. Let's turn around, come on.
Come on,
Ref has to check the Stro to see if he gives up.
Referee of the year, are you kidding me?
And I tell you, the other thing is, Stro could be passing out from exhaustion. His shoulders could have come down for that 3 count.
1, 2, no, he gets up.
Stro knows what he's doing here. He's trying to regroup. You might have seen his shoulders on the mat, but he certainly didn't stop listening to the count. He's a veteran. He knows what he has to do to get out of this. And he is mustering all the energy he can from the pans. He is channeling it. He is going to turn this over.
He's aware of what he is in the ring. Fans are cheering for Stro.
Let's go, Stro. Let's go, Stro.
He rolls him over. He's got the reversal.
Yes,
He's got
come on.
Pearce. He's stretching the hamstring.
Push on off there, Stro. Push up to the rafters. Break its legs.
His way to the ropes. He has to call for a break. Adam Pearce is in the ropes. Call up for the break. He cannot stand on that leg now. Adam Pearce is down. Oh, right back to Stro.
And chop block to that leg again, keeps the Stro down on the mat. And Pearce now
Spain toe hold, drop straight down, torquing that leg back, doing more and more damage to the knee and the ankles of the Maestro. And you see the Maestro just writhing in pain there. He's right next to those ropes though. If he just reaches his hand up, he'll be able to break this hold, but I think he's absorbed so much punishment that he's unsure of where he's at. Strap iron firing away with an elbow to the back of the head there, keeping the Maestro firmly at bay.
Yes, it is.
He's got him tied up here.
He works that into his death lock.
He's pushing those legs apart even before he flips him over, and that's going to do a lot of damage to those quadriceps and those hamstrings. But Adam Pearce making his way up to a higher vertical base. He might be on still an advantage.
Open hand chop. Another open hand chop.
Stro fighting with everything.
He's got to work his way out of the Indian death lock. He's hitting him. He's coming after him.
And
Finds him on the forehead.
I tell you what, Stro did everything but throw the kitchen sink at him.
He had to find a way out of the Indian death lock. He had to get out of it. He has to regroup. He has to get that second win.
And damn well found a way out of
for the
it.
heavyweight championship of the world.
And Stro now.
Stro brings him down. He's got to hold that arm. And he's got him in a hell of a position here. That arm is firmly grapevine in there, and that head is caught in the vice-like head scissors of the Maestro at the same time. And this is a dire position for Adam Pearce to be in.
And I tell you what, Stro using those legs to cut off that carotid artery, slow that oxygen down to the brain.
I'm at a position I can't truly see. Is that the triangle? Is he got the triangle hook?
I can't.
I don't think
really,
that's a firm triangle choke there,
Pearce
but
makes it back
darn
to the
close.
And I tell you what, Willie, but for the head of the bulldozer, I probably could have.
20 minutes has the
I was out of vantage point as well.
25 minutes remaining.
Stro going for the cover.
Got
Presses
him
his shoulders to the mat.
Put his foot to the ropes.
Stro hooks the
1,
leg.
2, kicks out. Adam Pearce kicks out.
Too much time. But Stro doing exactly what Pearce did earlier. He's going to make him suffer these repeated pinfall attempts, and that's going to cause him to exert more and more energy.
Is he going for the crossface?
It's Son's in time. Lock it in, Stro. Bring this one home.
Pearce is fighting it off. He is fighting it off, and he's laying the headbutts in on him.
He's got it locked in.
He's
He's
got it
got it
locked
locked
in.
in. Come
He's
on.
got the crossface in.
This is my time.
Pearce gets his foot to the ropes.
Pearce has made it to the ropes.
And again, we go back to that ring general knowledge that Adam
And he
Pearce
rolls out. He's got to take time out. He's going to the sidelines. He's taking a timeout.
Is Pearce claiming he is done? He said he's
going back to the locker room. He's had enough.
So he's going to take his
Stro's
ball.
going down after him. Lays a chop in on him. Stro chops him good.
Good
Lays him
Lord.
another drink machine. Another chop.
right now, I can't see what is going on.
Fans have gotten in our way.
I'm not only standing on my feet, I'm standing on a chair to watch this one.
What do you see, Steve?
I see Adam Pearce grabbing a chair and unfairly catching the Maestro in the abdomen.
Well, I'll tell you what, Andrew Gibson giving a lot of latitude in this match.
Laying the boots in on him.
Adam Pearce dragging Stro by his leg. He's placing it on the chair, brings it straight down on top of it. And this has been the name of the game for the majority of this contest by Adam Pearce. Focus on the legs, take away the knee, take away the ankle, work on the quadriceps, tear the hamstrings. And the Stro, as big and powerful as he is, if he can't stand on his own 2 feet, he's going to have a hell of a time taking Adam Pearce apart later on.
Stro was thinking, he knew he cannot win that title on the outside. He had to get back in the ring.
I don't know if he was thinking about that, Willie. I think he was thinking, I need to get the hell away from this man with a chair that's taking my legs apart.
And I tell you what, if you notice, Adam Pearce, yeah, he dilly-dallied around at the beginning of this match, but ever since he's gone to work on Stro's legs, he has not let up one iota.
This is just despicable.
He is
Come
a
on.
ring general. He's got an injury now. He's got Stro down. He's going right back to it and working on that bad limb, which is his leg. Going after it now. Once you get an injury, you pound away on it, you stay on it, and you work the man down.
And this is how you torture someone in this business. When you want to make a point, when you want to take away every bit of belief that a person has in themselves, you want to just grind away and grind away hard. And Stro right now knows he's close to an injury if Adam Pearce keeps this up. And that's got to get inside your head no matter how focused you are.
He works the boot off. He took the boot off.
The knee pad.
No,
He's working away. The entire boot is completely off now.
You're right, Willie. I apologize.
I gotta wonder the logic behind that, of the removal of the boot. Really,
Take away the protection. Is it any more clear, Jay Styles? The Maestro doesn't have a boot to protect that ankle. He doesn't have a knee pad to protect that patella.
Like I've always stated, you chop away at a tree, the tree's going to fall, and he's working on that leg to keep him grounded. But Stro's making his way back up. Oh, super kick. Oh, now they're laying the kicks. Training on the kicks. Spinning kick.
Nice spinning mule kick to the gut of Adam Pearce. Stro follows up with a knee lift to the gut.
Shades of wrestling too.
Adam Pearce is back in the corner now. Stro climbing up. He's signaling to the fans. And I believe we're going to see a count here. Are you ready?
2, 3,
4, 5, 6. Oh no!
Atomic drop. Adam Pearce gets him with an atomic drop.
And not only did he catch him with an atomic drop, and that's going to hurt a man no matter who you are, but he also made him bring all that weight down that leg. And now that is firmly locked into you. Right about that, Willie.
Figure 4, working that leg, keeping him grounded.
Have you ever seen a figure 4 look better, Jay Styles?
well, I tell you, not only am I seeing a great figure 4, but Pearce has now removed the sock so he can work on those carpals and metacarpals of Stro's foot to create even more pain that Stro is feeling.
Stro works his way to the ropes.
That's going to break it. But Stro needs to change his game plan and change it real quick. Or I hate to say it, he's going to wind up on the losing end.
He kicks out.
Oh no!
Come on!
No, I thought it was over.
Knee right into the
25 minutes
chest.
has elapsed. 20 minutes remaining.
20 minutes remain in this world heavyweight title match. Adam Pearce going back to the tights, going back to get that object, going back.
And the referee's saying,
He's got Stro's boot.
what is this all about? Wait a minute, what?
Oh no,
Oh,
no!
come on! What?
Diverting the referee's attention.
Bulldozer running interference for Adam Pearce.
What does Bulldozer think he's doing?
He's definitely not being as neutral as one judge should be in an NWA World Heavyweight match.
You know, Jonathan, we spent a lot of months out here calling these matches together. I've never been behind the Stro, not once, not one single darn time except against Chris Taylor. But tonight he has my support because we have a like enemy. It's Adam Pearce.
Somebody's been watching the Three Stooges on that one.
And I love to see the Maestro humble him the way he is at this moment.
But that is a smart maneuver. It's got Adam Pearce's eyes watering. Adam Pearce could not see. And now,
I really thought the
takes
Stro,
him back down.
I thought the Stro was going to get the clobber on with the boot.
You can chop away at a man. I don't care if he's 6 feet tall, 6'2", 6'3". You hit him. He's going down to 2'7", brother. I'm going to tell you right now.
Absolutely. Adam Pearce on a tear now as he's taking out the legs of the
Maestro has that boot.
Oh!
And turnaround is more than fair play. Karma's out to get you. Your name is Adam Pearce. You're going to answer for a lot.
Giving him the booty, Daddy.
Absolutely. Andrew Gibson throwing out the boot.
Got to count of 2 and he kicks out.
And Stroh attempting to go for another submission maneuver.
Actually, he's going right back to the well, and that's a good strategy. Let's focus on the same body parts. Let's break that arm. Let's cut off that oxygen.
Well, you've noticed the scrap iron stayed on the leg of Stroh. Now Stroh is staying on the arm of scrap iron. Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce.
Shoulders are down. Got him up.
And now, wait a minute. Could this be it?
He's got to be running low. He's got to be running low. Like I've always said, race cars run out of fuel. Wrestlers, when you start running out of oxygen, you start running out of fuel.
Damn it all. That was so close.
Absolutely, Willie. If anybody knows about conditioning, it is you. I mean, a lot of people see you as a bigger man, but you got to be extremely aerobic to carry a match like this.
When you start blowing up what we call gassing and you cannot breathe, you cannot get that air in, you start running out. Just like a race car with fuel, when you run out of the gas tank, you cannot compete.
And wait a minute, Adam Pearce in the high red district, and Stroh
catches him. Stroh's got him.
Tossing him for a while.
He's prone. The heavyweight champion is prone to the mat.
And Adam Pearce, who's used to being so high atop the food chain, I don't know if he's used to being launched that high up into the atmosphere, but Stroh sent him up to the heavens, bomb back down to the earth, and now we're seeing the figure 4. Yes! Lock it in! Break his leg!
Square in the middle of the ring!
Break his leg!
He's got him square in the center! Will he give? He's got him stretched out now! That figure 4 locked in! Pearce is in pain!
Andrew Gibson saying no, but Pearce just leering back.
Checking his shoulders. He was down. Adam Pearce was down.
Two count only though, Willie.
Stroh now is in the driver's seat of this match. He's got the pace of the match. Stroh has him locked into that figure 4. Adam Pearce, he's down, he's out.
And you hear the fans here in West Virginia solidly behind Stroh. But Adam Pearce firing away on that patella of Stroh that he worked on earlier. But Stroh answering back, using his arms to apply more leverage, using his upper body to turn that even more.
Wait a minute, Steve, what's Pearce doing? Oh, he went back to that.
He's pounding away. Pounding. He's got to do what he has to do to get out of that figure 4. And Adam Pearce started pounding away on that leg.
And I tell you, Adam Pearce has used that foreign object so much in that match, or this match.
He's going out after him. He's on the outside.
And now,
right to the back of the Maestro. Stroh chops him. Laying the handprints on him. And it's a chop trade. It's a chop trade.
In the words of my broadcast colleague, Jonathan Stiles, somebody get those boys some applesauce for those chops.
There you go, Steve.
Oh, he knocked him back up on the table. The judge's table. He knocked him back on the judge's table.
30 minutes
Bulldozer getting a healthy dose of karma for not supporting the Mountain State this morning. He's a little all wet at the moment.
15 remain. And Adam Pearce is out on the arena floor.
And Bulldozer completely soaked now, thanks to the work of the Maestro.
We knew he was all wet, but now we can prove it. But back to the match at hand. Adam Pearce, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He's trying to escape. Stroh catches him.
Stroh pulling on the ear of Adam Pearce, dragging him back over to the ring, but Adam Pearce answering with an elbow to the gut.
Into the judge's table.
And Andrew Gibson trying to get both men back into the ring as he starts the count again, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to the fan.
Here's a big good one to the Stroh.
Adam Pearce attempting to drive the Maestro into that.
Blocks. Laying in some elbows to the midsection. Drives the Stroh into the locker room door. Punches him.
Adam Pearce blowing snot at the...
That's not right at all. Adam Pearce.
Absolutely, Willie. I could not agree with you more.
And Stroh sending Adam Pearce back into the ring there. Adam Pearce making his way up to his hands and knees, crawling like the dog he is, begging away from the Maestro. And the Maestro looking out to the fans, telling him it's time to make this rat bastard son of a gun suffer for his ill words of the Mountain State.
And that's what cowards do when they're at a disadvantage. He begs. Now notice how wise Adam Pearce is to throw Stroh through the middle ropes and not over the top rope and get disqualified.
NWA had been disqualification over the top rope.
Adam Pearce, great drop kick there though to the knee of the Maestro. Maestro falling to the outside of the ring. Adam Pearce measuring him. Grabs into the tights again though. I'd hate to see him drop this on the Maestro, but it looks like it's going to happen. And that sucks. Unfortunately, while it sucks, it's also very effective.
Absolutely. And again, these men have spilled to the outside. Look at Adam Pearce with his arrogance. That dismay that he has for the Maestro. The lack of respect that he has for him.
Jonathan Styles, that's not arrogance, that's confidence. And confidence brought him to the world title. And that's what's going to bring Stroh going for the heavyweight championship of the world.
And look at Stroh fighting back.
Blocked the put. He chopped him. Made another chop. Chopped him again.
But Adam Pearce right back to that side headlock.
Ring post.
And Stroh, out of desperation, putting Adam Pearce into that ring post, making his way back into the ring now. And this is the breather he's been waiting for, but it's also the opportunity he's been waiting for, Jonathan Styles.
Absolutely. Stroh has needed a moment to catch his breath, and this is it.
Ladies and gentlemen, both men are gassing. They're sucking for air.
Adam Pearce using the ring apron to help him get back up to a vertical base, but Stroh's going to be the one that brings him back to his feet, only to chop him across the chest. If it wasn't for the side of that ring there, Adam Pearce would be falling straight the hell over.
Absolutely. And you know what I gotta think of, Willie, is how conditioned both these men must be for how far we have gone in this match so far.
Rake in the back by the Maestro. And the Maestro being unusually antagonistic this morning. He's bending the rules a little bit too. That's not something he normally does, but he's realizing how much is on the line right now, and he's reaching into his entire bag of tricks. And some of the fans might not be used to seeing this, Maestro, but Jay Styles, being a student of the game, really being a student of the game like we are, we've seen him do this stuff before. In a high-profile contest, no matter what you say you're about, what you're ultimately about is winning.
You're exactly right, Rockstar.
Adam Pearce, though, mounting offense back again, sending that already hurt patella into that ring post. And Stroh is just screaming. And you can see the agony etched on his face and the arrogance on the face of Adam Pearce.
You can say it's going postal on that leg.
Wrong time for jokes against the Maestro. We've got his back this morning.
Absolutely, Willie. Come on, where's your hometown spirit?
I'm going to steal that later, though. If you don't mind, you can do that to Styles next week.
What?
Well, gentlemen, my daughter's from San Diego. Adam Pearce is from San Diego. I have to give a little bit of advantage to the world heavyweight
35 minutes has elapsed. 10 minutes remaining.
I tell you what, I cannot believe how both men have just gone brutally at this contest for 35 minutes and have pulled out everything possible.
I can't believe how much punishment the Stroh has absorbed. But it's like we said, there's so much on the line. He's going to do everything he can. Stroh somehow manages to get back up to his feet on that already hurt leg. And he hits Adam Pearce, and Adam Pearce hits that turnbuckle, and he hits it hard.
Absolutely, that doesn't tickle. The turn of phrase from our great announcer, Jacques Moliere.
And Maestro making his way to that top. He's on the middle rope. Adam Pearce is on the top rope. It's his superplex time.
Yes, this could be.
He's got that front face lock locked in. We're not going to see a superplex. Yes, we are.
Hooking it in. Could this be Stroh's time?
I think it could be. Yes!
Oh, wow. Superplex! Superplex! He hit the superplex! And Adam Pearce is down! Adam Pearce is down!
I tell you what, Adam Pearce has got to feel like he's in another zip code right now.
Stroh has to capitalize right now. He's got him at the advantage.
I bet Adam Pearce wishes he was in another zip code right now. Back in California, away from the Mountain State, away from the men that we send out to take away his World Heavyweight title.
1, 2.
No.
So close.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
So close.
You got to be kidding me.
That was such a close count. Stroh picks him up into the headlock.
Stroh sends him off the ropes though. Adam Pearce coming up the ropes. Other side.
Oh, they ram hands. They ram hands. Oh,
Both
it was
men.
a double noggin knocker. They are both down.
Both men worse for wear. Now as Andrew Gibson starts the count.
They are both down and out, ladies and gentlemen.
We're up to a 5 count.
They cracked skulls in the center of the ring.
6,
And remember,
7.
They're working their way up.
and I can't believe this. I really can't. I cannot believe the intestinal fortitude of both of these men.
Trading punches.
Intestinal fortitude, hell,
Back to the
they
top.
have got to be guided by a higher power. They have next to nothing left, and they are fighting on their knees right now back up to a vertical base. That's how much punishment they've absorbed, but that's how great their desire is as well.
Laying in those forearms.
And look at Stroh just going punch for punch with the World Heavyweight
He's laying
Champion.
them in there.
But Adam Pearce has already done so much damage, and right now you can see how that's paid off for him as that barrage just comes straight on top of the Stroh. But once again, another double noggin knocker, another 10 count. How much can these men have left?
They collide right in the center of the ring. They are both down.
And the judges looking on very intently as to this contest.
Who's going to capitalize first? This is just who's got the guts and fortitude. Who's going to work their way back? Adam Pearce has to dig down to keep that title. Stroh has to dig down to win the title.
Absolutely, I don't think Stroh's had to dig this deep in a very long time.
Stroh, hell, how about Adam Pearce? How often do you think he finds himself in this tough of an athletic contest?
Adam Pearce clamped him into the sleeper. Gets that carotid artery. Getting the blood flow to the brain.
Let's throw down on one knee. No, this could be it. Andrew Gibson making sure that Adam Pearce is not choking the Stroh. Stroh, looks like he's going to dreamland here.
Come on, man, don't do this to me, Stroh. Do not do this to me. No. Don't you let that hand fall 3 times. That's number 2. No. Yes. Oh.
He's not completely unconscious. He's digging deep. He wants that title. He's going for the world title. He's digging deep. This is gut check time for the Maestro.
I gotta tell you, gentlemen, this match has taken a hell of a toll on me too.
Absolutely, I don't think I've ever called him out.
Reversal into the slipper of his own. He's into the slipper of his own.
And you see, Adam Pearce, he doesn't want to fade away. He knows how dangerous this move is. That's why he used it earlier. But right now, against this will, Adam Pearce is fading it out. Desperation. Jawbreaker.
Unbelievable.
Oh, mercy.
And Stroh falls to the mat there. He's not a fallen hero yet, but he fell hard. And Adam Pearce,
he was thinking on his feet, ladies and gentlemen. He has to do what to take care of to keep that title.
but Stroh not letting up for a second. This is incredible. Have you ever seen 2 men beaten up so much, but able to fight so thoroughly out of every situation? We have a crossface in the center of the ring. But Adam Pearce, he's dug so deep already. Can he dig his way out of this one?
He's got him absolutely in the center of the ring with that crippler crossface. He's got it locked in. He cannot make the ropes. He's got Adam Pearce where he wants him.
He's in the center of the ring. This is not where you want to be in a submission maneuver.
He's cranking back on it. He is pulling on it.
And look at Pearce just
inching his way.
Adam Pearce, though, not crawling towards the rope in front of him, but crawling backwards.
And now Stroh's going to have to break that hold. Thanks to Adam Pearce sluicing his way back.
That's easy for you to say. Oh, double leg
It's not so
sweep.
easy to say. This match is taking everything we have.
He's got him on 2. Oh, no. He had him. He had him with an inside cradle. He had him. The Maestro had him. Oh, lands another kick in on Adam Pearce.
And Pearson
He's laying another kick.
La land now.
He's studying from the Gracies. He's working for the back.
That's true.
Fujiwara armbar. Fujiwara armbar. He's cranking back on the Fujiwara armbar.
Breaking in half.
Stroh's gonna pop it.
An arm is not meant to bend this way.
Absolutely right, Rockstar. He's cranking back on that Fujiwara armbar.
Wait a minute. Andrew Gibson asking Pearce, is he going to submit? And Pearce emphatically denying that he will submit and tap out to that Fujiwara armbar. No.
Adam Pearce is not out.
I cannot
He
believe
rolls
it.
him up on his shoulder. 1, 2.
No.
Barely a kick out there, but barely a kick out. Still a kick out. Stroh is still in this one. He's still alive in this match. Pursuit of the world title.
42 minutes has elapsed. 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes.
This industry, its heritage. His uncle, Gorgeous George, one of the greatest wrestlers to walk the face of God's green earth.
Abdominal stretch. He has the abdominal stretch. Stroh has the abdominal stretch on the world champion.
Now, Steve, you were talking about the lineage of the Stroh, the Gorgeous George. I want to allow you to get that in.
He lands on him.
And
He's got that leg tied up and Hal right now going right back.
to that Indian Deathlock again.
Not quite an Indian Deathlock, but a hell of a variation.
Absolutely.
Fans are getting behind Stroh. Jonathan Styles, what is the time limit? Where are we at on the time
We
limit?
are about 2 minutes away from the judges having to intervene in this match.
Stroh fighting with everything he has left in him at this point.
Both men are worn out.
43 minutes elapsed. 2 minutes remaining.
There's
2
the
minutes.
2-minute mark. Rockstar, we're at the 2-minute mark in this championship match.
Both men fighting with everything we have. Stroh trying to smash Adam Pearce's skull into smithereens here.
But Stroh has to dig deep. Stroh has to dig down. He has to get that fortitude. He has to go for it. This is all of the gold, baby. This is for the 10 pounds of gold. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship belt.
Adam Pearce begging, but Stroh knows better than giving him an opening here. Stroh standing tall above him. Adam Pearce on his knees like he should be. And Stroh doing the wise thing and kicking him straight in the gut.
Forearm. There's laying in the punches. Ducks under. Grabs the arm. Is he going back to the crippler crossface? Yes! He locks it in the center of the ring. He's got it locked in. Pounding away on his
44
head.
minutes elapsed. 1 minute remaining.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute.
60 seconds in this World Heavyweight title match. Less than 60 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. And Stroh is going for it all. He's laying the elbows in on him.
Hammering away on that back, wrenching back on that neck, making Adam Pearce experience every ounce of pain. Every dream he has is
45
vested in this
seconds
hold right now. He's trying to break him in half. Come on, come on. Give up, Adam Pearce. Give up. Stroh doing everything he can here.
He hooks the other arm now.
30 seconds
30
remaining.
seconds, Rockstar. 30 seconds.
Stroh doing everything he can to tear Adam Pearce in half. He's worked on the neck. He's worked on the rotator
20
cuff. He's trying to snap
20
one of them out.
Seconds, Rockstar. He is stretching the World Heavyweight Champion. Laying the elbows in, less than 20 seconds of the match.
10
All the hooks
seconds
and dreams of
remaining.
West Virginia
9,
on the line
8,
here.
7, 6,
Come on.
5,
Come on, Stroh.
4, 3, 2,
He's holding on to him.
1.
The match is on.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
It's time limit. That means we go to a judge's decision. Judge's decision. Judge's decision.
The judges are going to make a decision on who wins this wrestling match. Joe Rage. What do you got to say?
Give it to Stroh, the Maestro of wrestling.
We have a Maestro.
The Stroh. That's 1 out of 3.
Ooh la la,
Larry
sir.
Light, Commissioner. Larry Light, who do you give this match to? Who wins?
I score this match. Who do you choose? You know who to choose. Choose him. Choose Pearce. Choose Pearce. I'm gonna rip your head off.
And
crap is this?
What is this, Rockstar? What is Bulldozer doing?
I think we're seeing Sour Grapes come into
Looks
play
like I
here.
got the last choice.
Come on, Dozer.
Dozer, what are you doing? He's walking towards Stroh. Look, he's walking towards Stroh. He's walking towards Stroh, Rockstar. He's going towards Stroh.
Ooh la la!
He's going to vote for Stroh.
Bulldozer's going to do the
vote for Stroh.
Bulldozer's going to do the right thing. He's going to do it.
Think again, Jay's time.
What? Bulldozer,
Ladies
what are
and
you
gentlemen, boys and girls, still
Bulldozer,
remaining
betraying
NWA
NWA
World
State,
Heavyweight
betraying the
Champion,
Maestro.
Scrap
This is an
Iron
obviously biased
Adam
BS. One of the history of